Hey, hi. Thank you for the amazing, overwhelming response that you've given to the Excel sheet that I just floated. I've received close to 100 questions in the response sheet, so I'll try to cover all of them as we move forward. So, again, a very heartfelt thank you for putting in all the queries that you have in mind in the Excel sheet. For people who are still wondering where the Excel sheet is, you can still find the Excel sheet in the description section of the video. So, do have a look and post your queries if you have any regarding this amazing field of data science and machine learning. Without wasting further time, let's get started. I got really relevant questions which a lot of you might have in your mind in terms of making a transition to data science and machine learning. So the first question is, how do I have so much of clarity in terms of data science and machine learning algorithms? And the second question is, how much time did I invest to make a transition from my software engineering role to a data science role? So I'll start off with the first question. So let's start. So the first question is, how do I have so much of clarity in terms of data science and machine learning algorithms? Well, the answer is very simple. I kind of spend good amount of time in understanding each and every mathematical concept related to a machine learning algorithm. Now, before I even jump to give you like a comprehensive answer, the first and foremost thing that I can mention is I don't know everything. This is like a major misconception that a lot of people have, is that the person who's kind of say released an online course or runs a YouTube channel or an XYZ person for that fact of matter, everyone's a learner in this field. Everyone, no one can say put his hand up and say that I know everything. Everyone's in that process of learning something. Everyone is deriving a lot of insights and a lot of cool projects from the community. So there's good amount of research going on in NLP, there's good amount of research going on in computer vision as well. So everyone's kind of moving towards this automation age where you kind of are not left in silos, you're kind of working as a group or as a team to make an impact in the entire say machine learning community. So having said that, the next thing that I can say is I've been very lucky enough to be part of organizations where I've got cutting edge machine learning work. When I say cutting edge machine learning work, it is again not the fancy algorithms every time, but it is more of deriving insights out of business problems, coming up with algorithms which may be very simple implementation like linear regression or a logistic regression model, but those projects have made an impact to the overall business of the organizations. Say, for example, I pick up a simple topic like linear regression. Now, linear regression itself is a very vast topic. You kind of don't have just the fit and predict method. Before the whole model building exercise, you have a feature engineering phase, you have a feature selection phase. Now, after you've done all of that as well, how do you validate if a certain coefficient is significant to your linear regression model or not? So that is where your understanding of p-value comes in handy. Then you have various tests that you can perform on the residuals. How do you eliminate multi-collinearity? There are so many factors that contribute to you understanding and making good regression models. So just a fit command, a predict command, a train test split is not what machine learning is all about. It is about understanding the mathematics behind every algorithm that you write in your resume, or the thing that you know is something that you should actually know in terms of mathematics as well. So for me, every step that I took in this awesome field of machine learning and data science, I kept learning the complex mathematics behind the algorithms. I didn't keep a timer that I'm investing 3 days on implementing a decision tree from scratch. I didn't do all of those, say, simple exercise that a lot of you might be interested in doing. But ideally, I laid a lot of focus on understanding concept. So for a given concept, if I'm not clear about a concept, what I do next is I go through multiple blogs. I use Google very effectively. I go through blogs. Once I've kind of gone through the entire, say, blog activities, then I strengthen the knowledge base that I have, that I've kind of derived from, say, simple blog posts. From now, taking the next step forward, I kind of use reference books. I go through the entire mathematical implementation of the end-to-end algorithm, and that is how I kind of understand the algorithms with that level of simplicity. Yes, there is research happening every day. Yes, there is something that comes up every now and then, which I really try hard to keep pace of. But essentially, with time, I've realized that you cannot learn everything in one go. It's better to focus on what your current role is. It's better to focus on basics. Again, all the fancy things which are happening in the field of data science and ML are again having their base with respect to statistics, linear algebra, calculus. So if all these concepts are very clear to you, I think understanding complex algorithms wouldn't even take a lot of time, as you say speculated right now. So that is how I can answer this question. Lay focus on statistics, lay focus on mathematics, and you will have a good grasp in the ever evolving field of data science and machine learning. So I hope this kind of gives you a good enough answer to the question. The second question is, how much time did I take? Well, again, I'm reiterating, I don't know everything. So according to me, data science and machine learning is not the end destination. It's the entire journey that you have to take in order to say kind of make a business impact using data. So essentially, I'm still a learner, and I don't think I've timed how much time I spend on say an X algorithm or an X concept. I just keep learning. I just keep evolving as an individual. I have this innate ability of learning new concepts, enjoying the mathematics behind those complex problems that are being used to solve using say complex algorithms. So that is what I do. I don't keep a check if I'm able to crack a data science or a machine learning course in an X period of time. I don't even ever preach that you can learn data science and machine learning in 1 hour, 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year. I'm still learning. There are a lot of us in the market who are still learning this field, still trying to cope up with the ever increasing technology stack that's updating almost every day, every second. Now, as you currently watch this video, there might be new say packages which are readily available as well. So ideally, that's how things are moving in the space of data science and machine learning. So don't time your journey. It's okay to spend more time. Again, if you have to say time the initial part of your journey in terms of how much time you're consuming for the end goal to achieve, you can have variable times. You don't have to compare it with an X person, because everyone studies at a different pace. Everyone's understanding of say algorithms is different, because everyone's coming from a different background as well. So take your own time. Don't compare your journey with someone else's journey. Try to enjoy the field of data science and machine learning. Irrespective of the hype, you still have to say code things in Python or R. You have to deal with mathematics on a day-to-day basis. So start enjoying the process. Start say making new projects that you feel can be relevant to the overall organization, and that's how you kind of say evolve as a data scientist in this ever evolving field. So I hope I was able to answer the couple of questions that were thrown at me. If you have any other questions, you can find the sheet in the description section, so feel free to add more and more questions so that I can pick them up and kind of start rolling out videos as well. Thank you once again for watching the video, and before I close the video, it would be really helpful if you can subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon, and also share this channel across with all your friends and family who want to learn and evolve in this field of data science and machine learning. Thanks again for watching the video. I hope you found this informative.